2020. The Aeon, the Judgment / Salvaging of the Rebellion. The last two pictures flashcards in this series are showing the entire picture of eternity following the return of the king. This first picture is specific to the handling of that hardcore rebellious, those wholly rejecting the law of love. Originally, those naming this card Judgment were much closer to the truth than Aleister's assertions, but then again the group page 152 of 233, who worships Osiris, is hardly going to properly interpret the future picture of both his and their condemnation and potential salvaging. The old card was called the Angel, or the Last Judgment. It represented an angel or messenger blowing a trumpet, attached to which was a flag, bearing the symbol of the Aeon of Osiris, the judgment of those of Osiris below him. The grates were opening closing for burial. In reality, the dead rising up, no, going down. There were three of them, the third of the rebellion. The central one had his hands raised with right angles at the elbows and shoulders, so as to form the letter Shin, which refers to fire. Think pit number 4. Often called Hell. The card therefore represented the destruction of the world by fire. Note, it represented the judgment of the rule of the Osiris gang. Aleister Crowley, the Book of the... Apparently Aleister doesn't want to see the obvious picture being painted concerning those he adores, the followers of Lucifer / Set. Around the top of the card is the body of Nuith, the star goddess, who is the category of unlimited possibility. Her mate is Hadit. Aleister Crowley, the Book of the... Unlimited possibility. Nuit is being shown with shackles around her wrists and ankles to contain Hadit, the secret rulers of this wretched age of hate and deception. Obviously, the way to contain such types is to shackle their power base, their womb of superior body production. The Nuit shown above is her remaining rebellious legion of faithful followers of Lucifer. Hadit represents an infinitely small point in space that sums up the size of his heart, and the human soul hidden in the material. Hadit is the complement of Nuit. Only the rebellious portion Hadit is related in concept to the winged Nerf, or Iot, an Egyptian emblem used in Masonic rites. Yup, sure is, it's his system of deception, both the right and left wings of the same bird. But take care to notice that in this picture the wings are broken down with the weight of shackled rebellious Nuit. Hadit quotes, "Come, all ye, and learn the secret, some secret that hath not yet been revealed. We have nothing with the outcast and the unfit. Let them die in their misery, for they feel not. Compassion is the vice of kings. Stamp down the wretched and the weak. This is the law of the strong. This is our law, survival of the fittest and the joy of it. Sure it is of the world. Think not, joking, upon that lie, that thou must die. Verily thou shalt not die, but live. He will, but in the place and conditions being described by this card. Now let it be understood, if the body of the king dissolve, he shall remain in pure ecstasy." For page 153 of 233. Whoever knew it, had it. Rehokuit, the sun, strength and sight, light, these are for the servants of the star and the snake. 48. Pity not the fallen. I never knew them. I am not for them. I console not. I hate the consoled and the consoler. 49. I am unique and conqueror. I am not of the slaves that perish, be they damned and dead. Amen. The Book of the Law. The above quotes clearly define the spirit of Hadit and those of the Luciferian mindset. When these speak of law, it has a very different meaning than the ordinary sense. Let the hearer be forewarned. The ubiquitous being or seeming to be everywhere at the same time, in this case meaning anything one desires truth to mean, better known as disinformation. Point of view, the only philosophically tenable conception of reality, especially a fictitious reality as is being painted by Aleister. He is represented by a globe of fire in a globe of fire representing eternal energy judgment, not necessarily eternal though, winged, to show his power of going staying. As a result of the marriage, what a laugh of these two, the child Horus is born. Those tyrants of renown. The whole of this symbolism is thoroughly explained in the Book of the Law. Aleister Crowley, the Book of the above displays the reason that Aleister's picture has Horus doing the SHHH. It's a secret gesture. The secret is a dual-edged sword that until now has never cut with the other edge. In many ways this picture displays the entire methodology of retaining power for the god kings. The female collective is shown shackled where she belongs, shielding Osiris / Set / Lucifer, projecting their married son Horus, who deems keeping silent the highest power of all. Keeping secrets. Sound familiar? Taurus is shown standing on the graves of the 3/3 Hermits, properly identifying the Tree of Darkness as their own. Soon, the very shackling of their female rebellious collective will be the very thing which imprisons them in hell for their stay of salvaging. Those not salvageable will be permanently/eternally terminated, as their continued existence does nothing but threaten the rest of the kingdom. In this way, those currently humoring themselves as the kings of the earth/universe will ultimately be the dross of this process discarded. Indeed, the very sword they have been utilizing to torment their brothers and sisters lesser will be the one and the same which will elicit their own judgment. It should, by the way, be noted that the name Heru is identical with Hru, who is the great angel set over the tarot. This new tarot may therefore be regarded as a series of illustrations to the book of the page 154 of 233. Law, the doctrine of that book is everywhere implicit. Aleister Crowley, the book of the... Yes, the angel of darkness telling all his followers to keep the secret being told here. Needless to say, the greatest group of liars the world has ever known are those the same hiding the real meaning of these pictures flashcards, the tarot keepers. At the bottom of the card we see the letter Shin, which refers to fire itself in a form suggestive of a flower. Think flower of fire. The 3 aeons Hermits occupied by 3 human figures arising buried to partake in the essence of the new aeon. Yes, their part, buried in a not so nice place many call hell. Aleister Crowley, the book of the... Try by it. Fire, flowers, fire, fire and more fire mean arising to a new aeon to someone obviously avoiding the real story of this picture flashcard. Behind this letter is a symbolic representation of the sign of Libra. This is the foreshadowing of the aeon which is to follow this present one, presumably in about 2000 years, the fall of the great equinox, when Makes the archer shall arise and the double-wand one assume my throne and place. The picture of the supplanters of the rebellious the present aeon is too young to give a more definite representation of this future event. Aleister Crowley, the book of the... Libra, the 7th sign of the zodiac. Libra is the scales, an air sign, and represents balance. Libra is ruled by the planet Venus. Love. Yes, those shown in this card have been replaced/supplanted by those about to be detailed in the next picture flashcard. The universe behind this group undergoing salvaging shown above are those of balance, the twin flame gods to come, returned full circle to the finely matured full position of power. This is the kingdom that will never